campus life like, actually? Because in Le Havre, I think there's about the same amount of students in both, maybe under like around 200 or so. How this small community must probably help to really get to know each other, to do things together. I mean, you're not so lost because it was quite a trip from Singapore to Le Havre, I should imagine.
Yeah, I must admit that it was really hard at first, like being far away from your family and
Sure.
your French is like less than fluent. But the administration and the student association helps a lot in terms of settling in.
So what do they do?
For example, like before you're arriving in Le Havre, you just need to tell them your arrival time, and people are going to be there to see you. And if you're not a fluent French speaker, they're going to help you book the appointment with the bank, and then dealing with cruise student residents for you, open electricity account for you. Like, it's amazing, I have to say. Yeah, and if you can't find accommodation, they are willing to host you for a few days. Yeah.
That's brilliant. What would be now today a typical day on campus, actually, at Le Havre, for instance?
For me, it's like trying to wake up early and rushing to school for my language classes. It is 4 hours back to back of like French and then Chinese. It's very intensive, but it's really satisfying in a sense. And after that, lunch on campus with friends. And last class normally ends around 7:40, which is quite late. But then if you're not during like exam period, you can get together with your friends. Cook.
Imagine there are activities, extra activities that Le Havre offers.
Yeah, there's one thing I love about Le Havre is that there's always something for everyone. So the student association try to organize a lot of like events like karaoke night, bar night, or concerts. And in a sense, it's really our inclusive and close-knit our community, given the fact that we are just like 250 people there.
Right. I think it's also the same in Menton. There are a few things that are organized for students.
Yes. Menton is a very, very small town. So there's a lot of activity that is organized by the Bureau des Élèves, for example, or the Bureau des Arts, Bureau des Sports, because there isn't a whole lot of opportunity to do things in the town itself. But that certainly doesn't prohibit us from having a really vibrant student life and a high level of engagement of the students with the campus.
So sports-wise, I remember you were saying to me that you do have like teams and you can meet up and play against each other. There are different campuses that play. There are teams that play against each other. That's quite incredible.
Yes, at the Mini-Cri, at the end of every school year after the exam period, the campus that hosts the tournament, it's sports, arts, music, there are theater as well that is included. The campus that hosts it switches each year, and everyone will gather and compete against each other.
Right, and what else? Because I think there's also an association that you are Secretary General, I think?
Yes, I have the privilege to be Secretary General for our Mediterranean Model United Nations, which is a MUN conference on our campus that is in its 4th edition. And so we operate in the 4 languages of our campus, which are English, French, Arabic, and Italian, and welcome close to 400 students from universities and some high schools all over the region, but also all over the world, for a conference that lasts about 3 days.
Sciences Po.